$50,000 and a 2-season tour exemption will go to the winner of today's 2008 PBA World Championship. Norm Duke firmly in control. Our thanks go out to Mike Light and Frank DeSocio, the North Rock Lanes GM and owner. Wonderful hosts all week for us here in Wichita.
You won't meet two nicer gentlemen right there.
Well, I met you.
Well, besides me. Right now, this gentleman in big trouble.
Spare, open frame as he begins his fourth. Boy, did he need that.
Now, Chris Barnes did play this part of the lane at times during the week. So this isn't exactly foreign to him. I'm a bit surprised that that ball actually rebounded from that spot. But I will tell you this, it better be out of your hand really, really good. It better be pure for it to return. Otherwise, it could be zero real easy from there.
Well, Norm Duke has epitomized pure here in the championship final. 4 frames, 4 strikes. Barnes has work to do. Down 47 as we begin the 5th. Boy, that took a hard left-hand turn.
Very sensitive out that part of the lane, and I think it's magnified when you have a higher rev rate and more rotation, a la Chris Barnes. Norm Duke, not a whole lot.
That is a punch to the gut. You are trying to collect your breath right now from Chris Barnes.
Now I was going to say,
rack on 12, please.
as Norm Duke takes a re-rack on line 12, Norm Duke's ball doesn't read and is not as sensitive
12,
to the old pattern as Chris Barnes because his rev rate is lower. And then Chris Barnes gets up and misses the 4-pin.
We urge you to head over to PBA.com and check out the website's all-new look and features. The Extra Frame section has added live streaming of PBA competition. Right now, Extra Frame subscribers can submit a question to the mailbag, and they can check in after the show to see if we ask your question to today's winner, which is looking more and more like it's going to be that man. There's the fist pump.
Norm Duke, with his Tiger Woods-like approach to major champions or to major championships, is halfway home to winning this event and making history.
Now that reaction, a bit of a juxtaposition from the recent PBA ad campaign that you may have seen on ESPN where Mr. Duke goes a little John Lennon on us. Have you seen that yet? The 1970s flashback celebrating the 50th anniversary?
Yes, I have.
It is wonderful television.
Unreal. Keep it going, Norm. History in the making. Halfway to a perfect game. Norm Duke, one of the greatest of all time. Norm Duke is in the 240s. The best Chris Barnes can shoot is 221. So that would mean that Chris would have to strike out from here on out. He would have to be perfect, and he would have to hope for Norm Duke to make a couple of mistakes along the way. I don't see that happening.
Been that kind of final for Chris Barnes.
And again, I think you have to go back and question the big move to the outside part of the lane. I mean, he's shooting in the 170s right now, and where he was before, I think he could.
Hey, what do you know?
I think he could have squeezed out a 220 or 230 if he threw it really, really well. If nothing else, he would have kept some pressure on his opponent.
Norm Duke, 6 frames, 6 strikes. Last season, coming off an injury-filled season, on the verge of losing his exemption. He rallied, won the Denny's World Championship in Indianapolis, and then the 65th edition of the Denny's U.S. Open in March in New Jersey, looking now to try and win his 3rd straight major. It's never been done in PBA history. 7 for 7!
Well, he's bowled 300 on television before. Did it against Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Did that in January of 2003, and there have only been 18 televised 300 games. 2 of those have been in title matches.
Come on.
We begin the 8th.
This match is over. Norm Duke is only thinking of one thing, and that's to bowl another perfect game.
Come on, 10-pin! I do not care for that 10-pin, Randy. Not one bit.
What a performance. Again, a Tiger Woods-like performance for Norm Duke, staying in the moment, just being so focused.
It's absolutely overpowering.
A couple of weeks ago, we're practicing back home in Claremont, and Norm's made the comment, I just don't feel that well. I don't feel sharp. My game feels kind of rusty. Wins the first tournament of the year, the World Championships.
Well, he was having some health issues, too. He's trying to downplay that, but he was kind of fighting some ailments. And, you know, his offseason, you thought it'd be a little bit light, but he had to do a ton of clinics because he accepted so many clinic invitations when he was struggling last season. He said to himself, yeah, I got to pay some bills. So in the offseason, I'm going to do these clinics. And next thing you know, he wins it. He's got his tour card, but he's still signed up for all these clinics that he had to do. He told us the highlight, a vacation to the Wisconsin Dells, 5 days of water slides and golfing. That sounds awesome to me. There may have been some cheese curds and beer involved as well, which makes it sound even better. And Barnes, for the first time in the final, gets back-to-back jumps.
And not to beat a dead horse, but he moves back inside, although, you know, it is a different ball that he was using in that first game against Jarris, or his first match against Jarris, and immediately throws a double. I think Chris Barnes will be questioning this move for some time.
We saw Duke get awfully emotional at the end of last year winning the U.S. Open, and it looks like it's starting to come out here again.
Well, Norm's a very genuine, caring guy, and I don't make it any secret that Norm's a dear friend of mine, and I've got a lot of respect for him. He's a very caring person, and he's a very passionate person, and that's why you see the tears of joy and what he's accomplished. No other player in the history of this tour, the PBA Tour, has ever won 3 consecutive majors.
Can we put him in that Hall of Fame right now?
You have to wait till January, my friend.
No, I said right now. Let's go get a notary agent or something. Get this done.
Tremendous performance by that man right there.
So for the first time in PBA history, we have a bowler who has won 3 consecutive majors. Norm Duke. What an exhilarating performance today.
Good job.
Took the semifinal 236-215 over Sean Rash. He's already wrapped up this title in his last toss.
Norm's going to show you a little versatility by moving and wheeling on it.
Fitting strike.
Great ball, man.
Barnes ran into a buzzsaw.